Hello, everyone. The main question of my research paper deals with the appropriateness of war and the use of force and violence for Christian uh, disciples. This takes the form of the arguments for and against Christian pa- pacif- pacifism and just war theory. The the two voices that I'm dealing with are Stanley Hauerwas, who is a proponent of Christian pacifism, and Nigel Bigger, who is the proponent for just war and the appropriateness of the use of force under limiting circumstances for Christians. My context, my personal context, is active duty military. I am in the Air Force, so I do not fight myself, but I do. I'm an aircraft mechanic, so the aircraft I do work on does drop bombs. So I am involved in the advocacy of war. So what else do we have here? So I've already started this paper. I've done a lot of my research already. I'm still reading the book from Nigel Bigger, who honestly goes much deeper and pays a lot more attention to the issues that Hauerwas does. I'm in the beginning, and he's far more detailed in his biblical exegesis. Both sides hang on particular biblical texts. So the Sermon on the Mount is the key case for pacifism, and the just war points to things like all the cases where Jesus deals with soldiers in the New Testament, and in those stories in the New Testament with soldiers, their profession is never denounced outright. It might be implied, but the emphasis is on them being Gentiles, not them being members of the military. My paper, the form it's taking, I'm wondering if this is appropriate, if this is right. It's the intro paragraph to explain the question and the problem, and then I explain the pacifist position as neutrally as I can, and then the just war theory position as neutrally as I can. That's the part where I'm at right now still. But after that, I'm thinking, do I go in to an application of both of these approaches to my context, to my personal context? Can I take one side over the other? I wouldn't do that outright, but can I lean more heavily on one than the other? So I guess I'm kind of wondering about when I'm presenting the case initially, I think it should be neutrally, and then later on I can expound on that with opinion and my context, is that the right way to go about the format of the paper? So it's been 5 minutes, so I will leave it there. Thank you so much. Bye.